guys, today I want to talk about foreign currency. So often people come to me and say, traveling is so expensive. How do you even get money abroad? You're using twice as much of it when you're traveling. That's not always the case. So let's dig into it. But first, my name is Samantha. I'm the 9-to-5 nomad, which means that I am traveling full-time while also working full-time. And I want to teach you how you can travel better. So how can you get foreign currency fee-free? Well, I have two things that you should do and one thing to absolutely stay away from when you're trying to use your money. The first thing to recognize here is that it is ridiculous to have to pay to use your own money. There are ways around it. The first way, and this is only applicable if you're visiting certain countries, but you can go to your local AAA or your local bank branch and take out cash before you leave for your trip. Now, I say that this is only applicable for some countries because there are some countries that have closed currencies, which means that you can't import or export them. Examples of this are Cuba. Also, Morocco is a closed currency. It's also the only country to use that currency. Now, then there's countries like the European Union countries where they all share a currency and it's not a closed currency. So what you can do is you can visit your local bank branch or AAA branch and ask for a certain amount of currency. They will typically give it to you without any additional fees, only charging the current exchange rate. So the first way to get fee-free money is to get an exact exchange rate at your local AAA or bank branch. The second way that you can get money fee-free is to use a debit card at a foreign ATM. Now, this one doesn't extend to every debit card because most banks do have fees on their debit cards, but some do not. For example, my brother has a Wells Fargo bank account and he is charged 3% of every transaction that he makes while abroad. Some banks have different rules. It's important to look this up before you go on your trip. However, some banks also offer debit cards that have no international fee. So be sure to look into that before you leave. The bank that I choose to bank with is Charles Schwab, and they have no international fees anywhere in the world, and they have no base rate fees as well. Additionally, they refund the first 4 ATM fees that I incur every month, no matter where I am in the world, so I choose to bank with Charles Schwab. So point 2.5 to make here is that you can also use credit cards while abroad. Now, there's always the caveat of making sure that you pay off your credit card every month. But if you're a responsible credit card user, you can use your credit card fee-free abroad as well, and then choose to pay that off with the money in your checking account at the end of each month. So the two things that you can do to get fee-free money are to use your debit card, permitting that it doesn't have fees, or to go to a local AAA or bank branch and use your own money for free. I promised you that there'd be one thing that I tell you absolutely never to do, and that is never use a foreign exchange trading thing that you find either in the mall or in the airport. Typically, those charge a minimum of a $10 or €10 fee to use, and then they charge you a percentage on top of that for whatever currency you're receiving money in. So let's say that you had €100 and you're on your way back to the United States. They'll take 10 of those euros for themselves, which leaves you with €90 to exchange, and then they typically take another 5% of that €90 to keep for themselves. It's a terrible exchange rate, and you absolutely shouldn't do it. In my next video, I'll tell you what you should do with that extra money when you leave a country. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe.